My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite underdog fantasy plays for UFC Charlotte. If you don't know what underdog fantasy is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say higher or lower than the numbers you see on the screen, and you can 20 times your money. You give them $10, you can get $200. All you need to do is correctly say higher or lower than these numbers. Very easy, a lot of fun, super straightforward. And on top of that, if you click this little insurance button, you can get some wrong and still make money. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/underdog and use promo code WWP. They will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $100, they'll give you $100. You give them 50, they'll give you 50. Take the very free money, and build an entry. If you're right, great. You have even more free money. If you're wrong, well, it was their money to begin with. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. That promo code is WWP. Let's go ahead and jump in here. What is really nice about Underdog, A, it's the highest payout in the daily fantasy prop game with 20 times your money. And B, they have things like submissions, takedowns, significant strikes, fantasy points. They have everything that everybody else has. And then on top of it, finishes and submissions. So let's just work our way down the list. I do have an entry I've already built. There's a couple other nice ones here. I am not doing the higher or lower on Almeida submissions because he could very well win by KO, TKO. I do think over 1.5 takedowns is pretty solid, but he may not need 2 takedowns, right? 1.5 means that he has to take Rozenstruik down twice. He may not need 2 takedowns. He may get 5 takedowns. I don't know, so I'm going to leave that alone. Obviously, I'm chasing money here. I'm trying to get win after win, so I don't want to just blindly throw darts at the wall. The fantasy points is very tricky. Their fantasy scoring system is very different than other platform fantasy scoring systems, and I have not had success doing underdog fantasy points, so we're going to leave those alone. The lower on significant strikes is probably the bet with Johnny Walker. I've taken a look at his significant strike numbers in his last couple of fights. I've seen decisions, finishes, and they're sort of all over the place and too inconsistent to put a number up here. But what I do like, if we work our way down, Carlos Ulberg, I like the lower on, it's funny, they blacked out his fantasy points here, no longer available. I like the lower, and probably because they hammered the higher, because he's definitely going to finish this fight, and all you need is a first round finish to basically beat this fantasy point line right out of the gate. Anyway, I like the lower on the significant strikes with Carlos Ulberg. If you go through his fights, even in finishes, well, definitely in finishes, he's nowhere near that 39.5 significant strikes. Even in decisions, he's teetering on the edge there. He's got a couple of fights where he blew past it, but this is not a fight where he is going to blow past the significant strike line. He should finish Pateria or even get finished, and it's going to happen, you know, in the first round or two. 39.5 significant strikes is not a number I see him getting past, so I do like the lower there. If we go to Natan Levy, 2.5 takedowns, I like the higher on 2.5 takedowns. The reality is that Natan Levy's not going to win a striking match here, so he's going to need to shoot takedowns. The other reality here is that Natan Levy does not have the greatest control in the grappling department. So he gets takedowns, he sort of works, people get back up, he takes him down again, which is why he racks up as many takedowns as he does. I see Pete Rodriguez being a little scrambly, a little squirrely, working his way back to his feet. I don't necessarily think that Natan Levy's going to take him down one time and submit him. I think he's going to wear on him over time, and I think he will get 3 takedowns, especially if he feels some of that Pete Rodriguez power early. He's going to start shooting and shooting quickly. So I like the higher 2.5 takedown line. We just need 3 takedowns for that to hit. And then finally, Gabe Green, I like over 1 takedown. What's nice is 1 takedown's a push. So it basically just gets eliminated. You don't consider it a loss. 2 takedowns will hit. And I think he will take down Bryan Battle. I think he's going to have to work for it. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think he will take down Bryan Battle. I think Bryan Battle wins this fight, but that's not the point here. I think Bryan Battle will scramble well on the ground, will work his way back to his feet. And if you go back to his last fight, he was dominated in the wrestling, but he never sat still. He never accepted being taken down, kept getting back up. I think there's more of the same here. And that only plays into us. So the reason I like the higher here, 1, I think Gabe Green's going to shoot takedowns and want to get takedowns. And then 2, Bryan Battle gets up when he is taken down. So those things combined tells me Bryan Battle will be taken down more than one time in this fight. So here is my entry. If we throw 20 bucks at it, 20 is going to get us 120 because you can see here we are 6 timesing our money. If there's a line you like here, like Jessica Rose Clark, more than 1.5 takedowns, well, that'll get you from 6 times your money to 10 times your money. Let me just show you. That is my pick'em. I have already built that. I have the Carlos Ulberg, less than 39.5 significant strikes. Gabe Green, higher than 1 takedown. Natan Levy, higher than 2.5 takedown. That's what I'm doing with my money. Let us know in the free Discord what you're doing with yours, if you're going to go ahead and tail this, or if you're going to build your own. Share your thoughts, share your insight. We are all here to make money together, to do this together. The Discord is free. There is a link in the description. And make sure when you're signing up with Underdog, you go to wewantpicks.com/Underdog. Use promo code WWP and get that very, very free money. Give them 100, they'll give you 100. Give them 50, they'll give you 50. Take the free money. Build an entry with the free money. wewantpicks.com/Underdog.